Hey, yeah. Let me get everything straight. I'ma do whatever it takes. Getting it done, any means, get rid of these snakes. Get on up with my stakes. Going all in like Scott, get rid of these breaks. Nah, I ain't never gonna break. Double my pace till I go down one of the greats. One of the greats, whatever it takes, whatever it takes.
When the crowd clears and the cleats come off, that's when the real work begins. This is the off season, what many people call the dead period. But behind the scenes, the engine of FIU football keeps running. The so-called silence is filled with effort, ambition, and preparation, curated by the hands of departments that never stop moving. This isn't just the start of another season, it's the beginning of a new era. After seasons of hardship, excellence is the only thing left on the table. There's a fresh energy flowing through the program, fueled by belief, urgency, and change. At the heart of that change is new head coach Willie Simmons, a leader who understands the soul of South Florida football. Long before the first whistle blows, before the sun even casts its golden glow on the field, the heartbeat of FIU football is already racing. It's a rhythm set not by the players, but by the unseen engine behind them, the equipment staff. Every helmet is polished, every jersey is accounted for. This isn't just logistics, it's the foundation of success. Their work begins when everyone else clocks out. They're the guardians of the gear.
Hello, I'm Donald Reed, head football equipment manager here at FIU. Pause up. My role here at FIU as the head football equipment manager is to make sure all the student athletes that's involved under the football program has the equipment that's needed to operate on the day-to-day tasks. Also, to make sure safety is first. So our daily routine for the off season here under the football equipment department is getting here at 5:30 in the morning, making sure everything is set up and ready for the football team to kind of do their off-season workouts. That's kind of starts our day, probably from 5:30 to 7:30, usually when the first lift starts. After that, we're just preparing for the day. So everything is preparation. So how we work in the equipment field, always stay ahead of the game. So whether it's an hour ahead, 2 hours ahead, 2 weeks ahead, 2 months ahead, we're always preparing to be ahead of the game. So pretty much we're just getting situated, making sure, laundry is flipped every hour of the day. Also, just organization is key when it comes to equipment. So just having everything organized, waiting on FedEx, UPS to deliver boxes, inventorying on an hourly basis, just making sure everything is where we need it to be, making sure we have what we need to successfully get through the season.
For most fans, the journey to game day doesn't begin at the tailgate or inside the stadium. It starts with the FIU ticket operations staff. They're the first point of contact, the welcoming handshake for lifelong supporters and first-time Panther fans alike. While the players rest, ticket operations, they heat up because a new season doesn't just sell itself. And the office just steps away from the practice field. They're selling more than seats. They're selling memories, emotion, and a chance to be a part of something bigger. Filling the stands isn't a one-day task. It's a year-round mission.
Hi, my name is Sylvester Long. I am the Assistant Director for Ticket Operations here at FIU. Pause up. So basically, I supervise anybody who works the ticket booths for our games on game days, making sure everything runs smoothly, from sales to people getting into the gates. So a lot is involved when it comes to pricing, strategy, and how we did previous season, especially rollovers for renewals. So we get with our support team for our ticketing system to kind of work on that process. Yeah, so during the day-to-day when it's off season, we're just pretty much getting ready for season ticket stuff, renewals and everything. Even with the new hire that we had, it got so much excitement that people asked about season tickets right after the hire. So we started our season ticket renewals earlier than we did last year. So we started early December this year. So we really just got the ball rolling with that, getting calls in. People wanted to get tickets and even asked about group sales for individual games. We'll really be marking that, but we work with really well, especially for orientation. When new students come and all the parents that would come, we try to get them to buy in and get season tickets for them because students get in for free with every FIU football game. And they could bring a guest if they would like as a free part of their student package. And as far as the parents, we want them to be able to be a part of the experience and also share that same experience that the students will have. So ever since the new naming rights occurred, it was all over the news. It was one of the most popular things that was talked about on Twitter, online, everywhere. So there was a lot of calls about, what's going to happen is going to be concerts here, anything like that. So with the new deal, he would have some concerts here with him or anybody under his label. And we've had many people call about concerts really, but especially about football because of the name being Pitbull and it being historic, because that's the first time an artist had a stadium named after him.
A battleground where legends are born. This stadium doesn't prepare itself. Its glory is built by a dedicated and tireless team. The facilities and operations staff. Every inch of turf, every seat in the house prepped, perfected. Facilities and operations is where sweat meets strategy, but it's more than just setup. It's preparation with purpose, maximizing the stadium's potential while keeping safety as a number one priority. They are the first to arrive and the last to leave. No two games are the same. The field transforms with every matchup. They're the guardians of the gridiron, the caretakers of the Panthers' den.
Hi, everybody. My name is Dylan Dobbs. I am the Assistant Athletic Director of Facilities and Game Operations at Florida International University. Pause up. So basically, I have the oversight of facilities and game operations within the athletic department. I work with roughly 11 different sports programs to oversee game day logistics, manage budgets, track expenses, work with internal and external stakeholders, outside vendors, interdepartmental coworkers, fee for service, all those things. So it's quite a bit. I'm also a liaison between Conference USA and the NCAA for postseason tournaments. Overseeing tournament logistics is kind of my specialty, I would argue. So negotiating hotel contracts, working with conference partners, working with all of our visitors on campus. And ultimately, that's the big end of my role, is being a visiting team liaison and being our officials liaisons for most of our sport programs. So when these visitors come to campus, I assist with all of their needs and wants to get here and be a part of our game day events. So that's the broad answer. Yeah. So I noted here that, it's cliche for everybody to be like, as soon as it ends, we begin. But it doesn't begin immediately for us on the football side of things. So once football season wraps up, we do have obligations to put our focus primarily on the other sports that are already in participation. So what we refer to as like crossover season. For example, once football season wraps up, once all is said and done, and we've met and we've discussed what went well, what could be better, I'm turning my focus strictly to men's basketball. My coworkers and the guys that I work with and supervise, they're turning to women's basketball and preparing for baseball and softball and things of that nature. So we take some time to decompress, and then we come back probably in the springtime, right around spring practice, to prepare for what we call our blue and gold game or blue and gold showcase. It's been called multiple things over the year. But that's where we really start to plan and think about, what we want to do for the upcoming season. That's where football really starts back up for us.
Even when a team isn't playing, the next team is being built. Recruiting never sleeps. The fight for championships doesn't begin in the fall. It starts months, sometimes years, before the first snap, in the relentless pursuit of talent. This is the world of the recruiting department, the architects of FIU football's future. Their mission is clear: to find athletes who bring more than just speed and strength. They look for character, grit, the kind of heart it takes to wear blue and gold with pride. Because building a championship team doesn't happen overnight. It happens every single day.
My name is Katie Willis, the Director of Recruiting and Football Ops Coordinator here at FIU. Pause up. As the Director of Recruiting, I am responsible for the recruiting. All of the guys that our coaches go out and find and want to bring on to the team. I do everything from building a relationship with them, their parents, whoever their support team is, everything from bringing them in on official visits, all of their onboarding processes from admissions, housing, you name it, transcript evaluations for high school, JUCO, and transfer portal guys. I do a little bit of everything. I mean, it's just pretty much getting them on campus, letting them see why this is the place for them, and just aiding the coaches in the recruitment process. So during the off season, I'm extremely busy with setting up ODs, finding out what's the hottest spots in Miami. Coach Simmons is really big on showing the Miami life, the whole Vice lifestyle of what it's like to be in Miami, to play in Miami. So I am responsible for setting up the visit, setting up their itineraries for the visit, and finding the hottest spots in Miami to show them, as well as organizing everything from the on-campus tours, you name it, anything that we decide we want to do with the kid on an OV, I am responsible for the entire OV from start to finish. Well, during the dad period, you can't have any kind of communication, well, no in-person communication with the student athlete. So most of that time is pretty much writing them letters, talking to them on Twitter, or, reaching out to them via text, just letting them know that you're still interested, that you still care, and you value what they're doing during the off season, but there's just no permissible in-person communication with them. But we are allowed to write letters, check in on them, have phone conversations, things of that nature. So during football season, you're still recruiting because you have recruits and prospects that come to games. So you're entertaining them as they come on campus, letting them see what the whole vibe of a game day life is. So we have the opportunity of interacting with them then. Once the football season is over, we go directly into evaluation season of evaluating players, start the recruiting season, getting them on. The whole calendar is now changing a lot. So based off of what the calendar allows you to do, that's pretty much what we're doing. Starting to get them on campus and start that whole official visit process.
Building hype doesn't start on game day. From spring into fall, marketing is a spark. A football game is more than just 4 quarters of play. It's a feeling, a surge of pride. It's a moment that unites fans, a spark that brings an entire campus and community together. But that electric atmosphere doesn't happen by accident. It's meticulously crafted, promoted, and brought to life by the FIU Athletics Marketing Department. Their battlefield isn't the gridiron. It's the hearts and minds of South Florida. In a city overflowing with entertainment, their mission is clear. Make Saturdays at Pitbull Stadium the only place to be.
Hi, my name is Scott Yogazinski. I am the Assistant Athletic Director for Marketing and Game Presentation here for FIU Athletics. Pause up. So my job here at FIU Athletics, again, it's marketing and game presentation. So there's 2 main parts. My favorite part and a big part is running all of the game production for all of the home games for FIU Athletics. So when fans are at home football games, basketball games, soccer, like you name it, all the sports that we have, our department is overseeing all of that live event entertainment, the music, the video board elements. We script out all of our games from pregame shows all the way through all the media breaks, halftime shows. This is everything that is set over the PA system, what songs we're going to play, when the DJ will play, when the marching band will play, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of pieces there that go into that game presentation part, and it's really fun to bring all those elements together on our game days. And then kind of more of the true, more traditional marketing side is, mainly just being out on campus and making sure our brand is out there in front of the students, in front of the faculty, the staff, the FIU community, trying to get people to come out and engage with us and become fans of the Panthers and come out to home games and ultimately have a really good time and feel more connected to FIU. Okay, yeah. So when we are in the off season, for us, the primary football off season runs from the spring into the summer, but really we're looking at the summer as kind of that last push. And it can be a little bit tricky sometimes because it's a little bit quieter on campus, but we just try to get in front of as many, different groups of students as we can. So a big thing for us in the summertime is it's freshman orientation, freshman and first year transfer orientation season. So that begins in mid-May and really runs all the way through right to the beginning of the fall semester. So our staff is out at every single one of those freshman orientations, as you guys saw and got some footage of. We're just engaging with those freshmen kind of, this is one of their first times on campus as an officially admitted student, and just reminding them about coming out to games and how much fun it is to come out to games and be a part of the FIU community. We'll try to engage them with a couple of little prizes that we have at our table. We have our mascot, Rory. Everyone, loves Rory. That's, the ultimate, image of our brand at the end of the day is the mascot. So getting the mascot out there to get some pictures with the freshmen and just really creating that first impression of, in the back of their mind when school rolls around and the football season rolls around, hey, I got to be there at this first game. So just events like that. That's one main event that we did. We also did a college football video game. There's a college football video game that FIU is in. All the FBS teams are in, and we had an event here in the summer where students could play against players. And that was really cool because that was interaction between students and the actual players on the team, which we don't necessarily have in orientation, just kind of making that connection, for the student body when the games come around to say, hey, I remember I played against the quarterback or the receiver that one time in the summer. They're going to be more inclined to come out and support the team and be at the games that way. So just events like that.
The offseason isn't a break, it's a build-up. A time when unseen hands mold what fans will soon cheer for. This is the real FIU football team, the one behind the scenes, under the guidance of a new head coach and fueled by the determination of his players and staff. A new identity is being forged. This is a team that's determined to win, not just for themselves, but their university, their city, and the pride of the 305. The preparation is almost over. The time to prove is now.